and welcome back to Understanding Crypto. My name is Herve, and every other day on this channel I try to bring you cryptocurrency in the easiest way possible on the internet. Here we cover things like predictive analysis, research and tutorials to help provide you with the knowledge you might need as you navigate your way through these treacherous markets. So today we are going to provide an update on Bitcoin. Well, because Bitcoin basically controls the markets, yeah? If we don't have any positive move on Bitcoin, it will not be generally good for the market. So that's why we mostly look at Bitcoin here. So here we are on the weekly time frame, and weekly time frame basically depicts what's going to happen in the next coming months and even to a year. So don't assume that what we will be saying on this particular time frame will happen tomorrow. No, it might actually take weeks. Sometimes it might just happen the next day, but it's good to be on the idea that it will take some time. We're talking months to a year. So on this particular time frame, which we can just see from here, well, we are still at the same level. Earlier on, we did suggest that on this particular time frame, we seem to be around this level right here. So this is the 2020, yeah? This is 2020 before the meteoric rally into 2021. And that's basically what you'd call the proper bull market. That's like months and months of move to the upside. It's also the same thing here around 2016 into 2017. So we head right up to here, where we top out in the early beginnings of 2018. You might be like, well, that may be the move that we actually had here, yes? But it's because we are like zooming in as we look at this particular zone right here. If you look at the price increase, if you look at percentage increase, then you will see that this particular move here is just as high as this one. So if you take from down here and take right to the top, you'll see that that's about a 345% move. If you do the same thing here, it's somewhat around that same region. So this whole move that looks so big is just 369% move to the upside. As you go closer and closer to where price is, it looks like it's a big move. But as you zoom backwards, if you do the same thing here, you will see that it also looks just as meteoric. And everybody here would have thought that, this was the bull market already and we are heading into the bear market. And this was particularly crazy because we crashed badly here. I remember buying ADA somewhere around here, and then it collapsed by about 40 to 50%. So as we can see from here, if we go to the oscillators, now these oscillators tell us if we will have the momentum it takes to move to the upside, or say to have a proper bull run. So the momentum right here does show us a bullish divergence actually on this weekly time frame. We see this move to the downside right here, so a lower low to this one right here. I hope you all can see that. We see a lower low to this one right here, where we are having equal lows on the stochastic indicator. Now the RSI right there has plummeted. I really like the way it dropped right there. And if you zoom back right here, you will see that we mostly come right down to these levels right here on the RSI in the bear market. So I cannot prove that it's just going to go there this time. Well, just because we bought. Because I did ask a question some time ago that each time BTC, I think it's the RSI comes to this level right here on the daily, BTC usually rallies hard. And I asked if it's not going to rally this time just because you bought. And I got so many people saying, I'm usually unlucky. So this time around, since I bought, it's not going to go up. But anyway, the charts don't care about us personally. They will just follow what they have to follow. So usually, as we can see from here, note that it's not me saying it, it's just what we can observe. I'm just trying to translate what it's saying. Usually, you will not find it coming as low as these levels right here, except in the bear markets. So it could very well reverse from here or potentially consolidate right here. Now, if it does drop down to this level, then it will be even better. Yeah, because it only means that we get more momentum, or we get more signs of having more momentum to the upside on a possible rally. So from this particular perspective of momentum for a bull market, we are actually in a zone where momentum could kick in. The German government just sold all their BTC. I think their last sale was at somewhere around 58k, and now it's at 62.8. I think they'll be biting their nails right now. Anyway, they sold for their own reasons. Somebody told me that maybe they sold because they know something which we do not know. But I'd bet that BlackRock knows a lot more than they know. I'd bet on any amount on that idea. So yes, from this particular time frame, we are looking for a possible move to the upside on the macro perspective. Yeah, we do have the right momentum to go to the upside. Now, on the weekly time frame, on the monthly time frame though, there seems to be a problem, because it will take some very big rally to reverse this particular RSI right here. It did happen here though. The same thing did happen here in 2016, but it happened somewhere around October to November. So that's the time where we had that meteoric rally. Anywhere around September, we were mostly consolidating, and it somewhat ties with what I think is going to happen this time around. So yeah, honestly, I think it's just going to be a consolidation. I cannot just I hope it does go up. I hope it goes to maybe 100 or maybe more now, but simply I don't expect it to do that. The biggest times we've had the most meteoric rallies has been in the ending part of the halving year. And so I simply can't say it's going to go up now, just because I wish that it goes up now. I can't just go against history and facts. So if we are to have, some sort of bull market, I'd be expecting it to come later this year, or the beginning part of next year. So later this year into next year, I'd be expecting a very big rally by that time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's if we can reverse this thing, then it will be really great for BTC. If we can have a cross right here on the weekly time frame stochastic indicator, that will be really great for Mr. Bitcoin. Now, as we drop into the daily time frame, it becomes more interesting, because that's what we could be expecting in the coming days from now. So earlier on, I did send you this chart. This was actually my post in the premium channel, where I was saying that I'm not shorting into the weekend, even though I thought that there could be a drop. However, the zone which I've been talking about here on Understanding Crypto is this particular zone right here. And since we were there, it was risky to enter a short position for a potential, 2 to 3% move, which could be invalidated by a 5% or even 6 to 7% move to the upside. Hence why I was warning about a short, saying that if BTC succeeded with this move to the upside, it could go even as high as 63k. I was sending this when BTC was somewhere around 58 to 59k. Now, we do have a chart right here for the CME gap. Now, I will show you the CME gap in a second. But right here on this particular daily time frame, we can see this particular zone, which we mentioned here even in our last video, when I was saying 53k has happened. Are we due for a recovery? So yeah, this is the particular zone right here, and easily you can see that this move to the downside right here was the second wave of this first wave to the upside. So this is a clear Elliott wave type of situation right here, and that could be something that looks like so first wave up, second wave, and this is possibly the third wave to the upside, but we will come back to that in another video perhaps. So basically we held the zone. Yeah, we can all see that we held this particular zone, and my idea is that around 63 to exactly 63 to 63.4 is somewhat of a singularity. Yeah, by singularity, I mean that it is a 1.618 Fibonacci zone. I will show you that as we zoom into the 4-hourly time frame. And at that particular zone, there is a chance that BTC drops back to the downside. Dropping back to the downside could take it as low as 57. That's 57.8, but it should hold, and this is what I forecasted earlier in my Telegram and Discord and even Twitter. If you are not in the Telegram, be sure to join. I do updates there on the daily, every working day of the week. I did send you the forecast earlier saying that BTC can reject here and come back to the downside. However, it's a singularity because it might very well just go straight up. So at this particular zone, I do nothing. I just sit and wait and watch my my spot holdings either go up or, you know, come back for a retrace before another move to the upside. Now, if we do come back to that zone, which we can now see on the 4-hourly time frame, here on the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly see the zones that I am talking about. Now, this is the 63.4K zone. The fact that we actually had this spinning top type of situation right here is not so good on the idea that we continue higher, because as you go higher, as the candles start, or say the candle bodies start to get smaller, that is a sign telling you that bulls are getting weaker. On the RSI, you can see that we are overvalued right there, which is another sign telling you that yeah, the markets may reverse. However, the higher time frames, as we just showed on the weekly and on the monthly, they are showing signs of a reversal. So if they come in strong, this may very well get invalidated and this thing just goes straight up, which is why I say that this is somewhat of a singularity, meaning that I just sit and wait at this point, because there's a good chance it comes right back down, you know, and come to this 0.786 Fibonacci level right here before another move back up to the 2.618. Now that will be very powerful. Yeah, that will be very powerful. Another confluence for this potential move to the downside, I say again potential, because this zone is a singularity. We don't know what will happen here. I simply can't go short or long here. If I was, I will not be going long. Yeah, because longing against this zone, if you invert the chart, then maybe you will see what I'm talking about. So you see that we had a move down here, yes? So 1, 2, 3. It's mostly in threes. Yeah, the drops or pumps, they are mostly in threes. I don't know why 3 is so important in many things. I mean, Jesus, he rose the third day, yeah? So, well, that's what some Christians believe. But yeah, so it applies here as well. So it's mostly in threes, and we've had 1, 2, 3. There's a chance it goes back up. But even if it does go back up to this particular zone right here, I'd be expecting that it goes again for the upside right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be watching and I'll update you on the Telegram whenever or if it does reject from here, or, you know, go straight to this zone right here. So this particular zone is a singularity, and yeah, it could very well reject from here and you know, have another move to the downside. Now there are some problems with this. The problems are that it could reject from here and go back to the downside. Yeah, now if it does go back to this downside, which you can see as the 0.786 or 53.8, it should hold it, meaning that a daily candle must not close below this zone right here. If it does close, then that's another problem still. It is a problem. Why is it a problem? Because this entire trend to the downside ended at the 1.618, which is this zone at 55.4. By ended, I mean that we held the daily candle close, which I talked about. I sent this multiple times in the Telegram, that we must not close a daily candle below this zone right here, which is this particular move. I was signaling that around this level right here, which we did not close that daily candle. So we came back here and retraced back to the upside. So this zone is very important. Now, if we come back for a potential move like so, I know it may be getting a bit confusing, but just hold on for a second. So if we come back for this particular move like so and hold a daily candle here, I will now be expecting some type of structure that forms like so. That structure should be taking us back to this 2.618 right here. However, if we start to get bearish sentiments around this zone right here, then that will be a very big problem, because the 2.618 of this 1.618 right here at 55 is 45k. Yeah, so yeah, that's a problem. You know, that's a problem. Let me explain it in another sense. So you see the move to the upside right here, yes? You see this entire move to the upside. If you would remember this, my strategy of impulse to 1.618, move back to 0.786. Let me put it together like so. So if you find price move like so, yes, you find some type of local bottom right here, and you have a double bottom that looks like so, and you have price do something that looks like so, and you hold here at the 0.786. You go to 1.618 and come back to 0.786. Your next target is this one. So your next target is 2.618, yeah? And so now we are doing that exact same thing here. We went up to the 1.618 right here, and we are coming back down to what? To 0.786, which is 63.580. So that is actually our highest resistance according to this entire structure to the upside. Yeah, according to this entire structure to the upside, this is our highest resistance point. This is the inverted chart. So from this particular level, that's why I said this is a singularity, because if we fail to hold this zone on our way back to the downside in the regular chart, if we fail to hold this zone on our way back to the downside, then that could spell dire consequences of price going as low as this 2.618 right here. So it would have been a complete move like so. However, if we do hold this zone, then we can now target 69.6. This is why I have not come out to say, hey, I really think this is it. We are out of the, we're out of the woods. It's because of this conundrum. If we fail to hold this particular, this is a singularity again. We might hold it, we might not hold it. I hope we do hold it, to be honest. I hope we do hold it. I'm tired of this red. I'm tired of this constant dump and stuff. But if my problem is this zone right here. If we come back here and hold it, then hallelujah. We will then be continuing to this 2.618 right here. However, if we don't hold it, then this is our problem to deal with. Now, this is where I think the true bottom is. From this zone, I can't see anything lower. Yeah, from this zone, if we do go here, then I cannot see anything lower than this. Yeah, so give or take, $1,000 or $2,000. Yeah, so it's not like the exact point, but around this level, I can't see anything lower. The only problem is I can still see it. So yeah, that's the problem. This could have been the bottom. I hope it was. To be honest, I hope it was. According with this entire structure to the downside on the 4-hourly time frame right here, this is this 4-hourly time frame's bottom. But on the daily time frame, this is not its bottom. On the daily time frame, this is its bottom. I hope you understand. So if we come back down here, and God, I really hope we do hold it if we do come back down. If we come back down here and hold it, then we go up to here. If we don't come back at all, then we might actually be out of the woods. Yeah, if we don't come back at all, so I'll really just watch to see what happens. I really hope we don't hold. We hold it. I hope we don't even come back, but there's a very good chance that we will come back, which I will show you in a second. So if we come back down here and hold this zone, hallelujah, and test it and go back up to this one, then that's it. We are out of the woods. There's a very strong chance that we will never come back down here for the foreseeable future in this current bull market. But if we do come back down and not hold this zone, yeah, then we will plummet down to here. We will just have to watch it happen and, do nothing about it. What else will we do? We'll just wait and see and witness what happens. If we come back down here, then I'll send very strong long positions. To be honest, I'll send very big long positions. Yeah, even here, I'll probably be longing on the idea that I don't get stopped out at this particular region, somewhere around 52.8 ish. Yeah, somewhere around 52.8. That would be my own ideal zone for a stop loss on the idea. And if I'm longing here, I'm longing the entire move. Yeah, I'm not longing for a 2% move. I'm longing for at least 10 to 15% move to the upside. So if I'm longing here, we're talking 10 to 15 to even 20% to the upside. But the ideal stop loss will be somewhere around 52.8. So that would be the idea. Somewhere around 52.8 would be the ideal stop loss on maybe a 3x leverage, 3 to 4x leverage. That would be my ideal type of setup. So I hope you understand the conundrum that we face here. Yes, if we come back down here, I'd expect it to hold. If it does not hold, we are in trouble. We are in serious trouble. Now, one could also just see or think that coming back down here will form some sort of inverted head and shoulders that looks like so. That will be very good, actually. Yes, that will be very good if that happened. It will be very great. But I've shown you what the problem could be on our idea of coming back down, because we have the 1.618. Where is that 1.618? We have the 1.618 right here, 0.786, and our strategy would dictate that 0.786 will be a problem. And so after that 0.786 on the way to the upside on this inverted chart, after the 0.786, you usually would expect a move back to the 2.618. That 2.618 is our enemy right here at 45. So the main issue here is this zone right here. If at all we do go back there, I'm not saying we're going to go there. I'm just saying this zone is what we have to watch out for. I think we'll most likely reject from here. Whether we go right up to here is up for debate, though there is a strong chance that we go there, which I will show you in a second. But the idea is we have to hold it. If we go back up here, we have to hold 58 point. Well, it's actually down because this is the inverted chart, but we have to hold 58.3. We need to hold it. So even if we have wicks to the upside, it needs to be held. Because if it doesn't hold and we continue to plummet, then that now becomes a very big problem. Yeah, it now becomes a very big problem. But ideally, we hold this zone and come back to 69.6. From 69.6, you could have some sort of consolidation. It will be a consolidation most likely. And then we could now be happy, for being out of the woods. Now, if it comes back down here, will I be betting? Of course, I'd be betting at this level, betting on the idea that it's going to go to the upside. If it comes below 52.8, then it takes me out. Yeah, that's simple how trading works. Yeah, it takes me out, and then it could continue its plummet down to here. If that happens, we will be sure to update. Now, you could be like, what's my stance then? What am I? What's my own play? Yeah, what's my own ideal play? My play is, at this particular zone, I am not doing anything. I'm not shorting, I am not longing, I'm not buying, I'm not selling. Now, for my own holdings, yeah, for my own crypto holdings, I'm constantly buying. You guys would know if you're in the Telegram, I'm constantly buying, I'm sending coins and stuff and forecasts saying that, hey, we are not in a bear market. Yeah, we are not in a bear market. We don't have analysis to suggest that the markets have topped out completely and we are now going to plummet badly. We don't have that analysis. Yeah. And so long as we don't have that analysis, we cannot say for sure that it is a good time to be selling. So long as we don't have the analysis to suggest that the markets have completely topped out, all of this that we're talking about, all of this DOMs and stuff that we're talking about, these are opportunities to buy instead. Yeah, these are buying opportunities. So for my own spot holdings, I am buying as the markets plummet. Now that the markets are up, some of you who bought 1,000 sats, it's now up as well. Yeah, that is a big bet, by the way. I'm betting that, meme coin, everybody is talking about meme coins, and I think Bitcoin will go into the frenzy as well. And I think 1,000 sats is, a very good coin, that they will want to buy. So yeah, that's basically it. Now that I look at it, this same move to the upside looks eerily like this one right here. You see the same type of move here: drop, move back up, drop, go back up, come back down, form inverted head and shoulders, and then rocket up. It's somewhat similar to this one: drop, move back up, drop, move back up, and the dump that I'm expecting could be the inverted head and shoulders that takes us back up. Anyway, maybe I'm just crazy. So my idea here is I do nothing here. If I am to do something, if I was bored and I must do something, then I'd be shorting instead. I'd not be buying. I'd be shorting on the idea that we have to come back down like so. Yeah, to somewhere around 57.8-ish. Yeah, and I will show you exactly why I think that is really possible in a second. Somewhere around 57.8-ish, then we go back up to here. Now, why do I think it may not go here? Because we are not there yet. Yeah, we are not here yet to say, okay, this actually looks bearish and we are going to go here. But for now, I think there is a very good chance that we come down to here and then go back up to here is 57.8-ish, which we have to hold 58.3, and then we will have a possible move back up to right here, fulfilling the entire thesis of this 4-hourly projection that would look like so. You guys will remember when I show you some charts that look like so. You'd remember this this idea, yes? So after this whole correction to the downside, you target AB. So this AB is the main target, and that main target falls somewhere around 69.6. So this is my idea of a possible correction from here up to this level. However, on the macro, on the weekly and on the monthly, they are starting to reverse. Hence why this thing could just very well bust right up and do no retracement. Now, coming to why I think this thing might really come back down here is the CME gap. We do have a CME gap at that particular zone right here. Let me show you. So if you look right here, it should come up in a second. All right, so if you look right here, which is what I signaled in the Telegram, Twitter, and Discord group, we have a CME gap right here. So you see that throughout the weekend, as we rally to the upside, we formed a CME gap right here, which definitely would mean that we come back down to, fill it, which is somewhat similar to this particular CME gap right here. Now, the tricky thing about this CME gap is that some people would think that because we did not hold this one, we may not hold this one as well as we do come back down. So, yeah, some people may still be in shorts thinking that it's going to repeat exactly the same thing that happened here. However, they'd be forgetting the entire move to the downside. Yeah, they'd be forgetting this entire move to the downside by our Elliott wave idea. So we have this ABC type correction right here, which is the first signs that we are going to plummet. And then we have this bigger wave structure like so, which is the ABCDE type correction. So we have A like so, and then we have B, and then we have C, D, E, right here. Now, after this A, B, C, D, E type correction, we target AB. So ideally, after this move to the downside, which is, it will come at some point, yeah? After this move back to the downside like so, we target this one right here. This is what we would be targeting. That could be the reason why we do not, plummet down to our arch nemesis at 45k. But at least I've shown you why there is a chance for that. However, we'll be looking to see, and I will be sure to update you here on the channel when we do come back down to here. If it happens even today or tomorrow, I will put up another update. But be on the Telegram channel. I will leave the link. I will pin it down in the link below, so that you can just join the Telegram channel. Do join the Telegram channel, folks. Just recently I had some fever and I was still sending some updates. But yeah, in the event where we come down to here, you might wonder why this this box goes right down as 57.9 or 57.7 ish, is because as you can see here on the 2-hourly time frame, the gap actually starts somewhere around 57.8. so you can see the high right here. Anywhere around here, you will see the high right here at 57.895. So that's where the CME gap actually ends. Now, it does not mean we must go there again. Yeah, it does not mean we must go there. It could be a week, or it could just end here at 58.4. But just be mindful that this gap will be filled. Yeah, that gap will be filled, and you can also use the RSI as your confluence. So RSI is overvalued right here. Stochastic RSI is also overvalued. Normally, I'd like to see some sort of divergence around this zone as well. So let's look at the 30-minute. Yeah, overvalued as well, and we are continuing this unsustainable high as we go to the upside. So yeah, around this level, as I said, is it's a singularity. We don't know exactly what will happen, but if I was to take a position, it will be a short position, not a long, on the idea that we come back to fill the CME gap. Yeah, on the idea that we come back to fill the CME gap, I'd be taking a short position right there. But the weekly and the monthly, the higher time frames, and even the 3-day time frame are strong. So don't be surprised if it just rips right up and never comes back down here. Don't be surprised, but yeah, if I was to take a position, it will be a short, not a long position. So you see, even on the 30-minute, you still have the CME gap right here. This thing will be filled, and it will be rapid. I don't think it will be a slow move to the downside. It will be a 1-hourly candle maybe. So yeah, that's the confluence that I have for a possible retracement back down to the to the 57 to 58k level on Mr. BTC, as we can see from this particular analysis. That also ties in with this particular 0.786 Fibonacci level. Reclaiming this particular zone at 58.3 will be targeting the 2.618, which is this one. I really want that we reclaim it to show that we are following this particular VFib system rather than this one, rather than the bigger one. Yeah, the bigger one on the weekly or daily time frame, which is this one, and its potential bottom target at the 2.618 right here, which is at 45.6. I hope you understand, folks. If there is anything you do not understand, please let me know in the comment, and write down the particular like time, so that I can look at it, and I will be sure to respond to you. If it's something I must do in a video, I will record it, so that in the next video I will also relate to that, and so that you can understand. The whole idea of this is so that we understand crypto. Yeah, I'm not a prophet. I'm just here to show you what I see on the charts, and you give me your own feedback, and we proceed. Yeah, I'm not like the guru here. We are all learners, and I just use my knowledge in a way that everybody else can understand, and we all understand what these things are telling us. Now, if we look on BTC dominance, something interesting is actually going on there. On BTC dominance, we can see that thing is beginning to move to the upside, and it's actually positive for us, by the way. It's actually a positive move to the upside. Now, you could say that yeah, this thing will top out here, and we have our alt season. I see a lot of people, particularly on Twitter, saying that BTC dominance has topped out and it's just going to plummet down like so. I really wish that it does, to be honest, but I don't think it will. I think it will still go back up. Yeah, I think it's not done. It's not done with us, sadly. Even here on the weekly time frame, you will see that the same momentum that we're talking about on Bitcoin, the same reasons why we think Bitcoin is due for a move up on the weekly time frame, is the exact same thing that we could use for BTC dominance. Now, I know that, talking about bull, attracts a lot of views on social media. Yeah, it's very good for the algorithm. But I find that if you are, building, your platform for the longer term, especially me, that I think crypto is here to stay, then I have to build my platform on truth instead. It takes a longer time to build the platform that way, but it's built on more solid ground. Yeah. And a lot of people which I've seen on Twitter, would say, oh, it's all season tomorrow, it's going to dump now and we're going to go back up. And I hope it does dump. But I find that they are being, intellectually dishonest, because they're just looking for views and following with no grounds, and that is not the type of following that I would want to build over time. So here on Bitcoin dominance, I still think it will go back up. Yeah, I still think it's not done yet. If you even take the usual 0.618 Fibonacci level, which we usually use, which is the same reason why we suggested at 21k that BTC was going to go as high as 47 to 48k and potentially go even as high as 57 to 58. Yeah, that's the same reason why I think this thing will go up. It's the same thing. The same reason why I thought Chainlink will go up. It's the same reason why I think Bitcoin dominance is going to go up as well. It's the exact same reason. So I can't tell you that it's going to plummet from here, giving you false hopes. I can't tell you that. But I'd say that these are accumulation zones for altcoins. Yeah. Ultimately, I would like to see it come up as high as this particular level right here. 0.618 could also be a potential zone for a topping out event. However, there's a good chance it goes even higher than that, and potentially to this zone at 62%. So anywhere around 62% is where I think Bitcoin dominance will be topping out. 61 to 63 actually. But the mid zone there is 62%. That's where I think Bitcoin dominance will top out. Whether it will top out in a Bitcoin dump or in a Bitcoin rally is what we do not know, but we know the after effects of that. If it is to top out in a Bitcoin rally, then as it goes up, altcoins will not be plummeting. Altcoins will not be dumping as it goes up if Bitcoin in its USDT pair is going up. I say that because I've seen some people saying if Bitcoin dominance has not bottomed, which they mean that it has not, or say has not topped. If you are looking at it from the inverted chart perspective, then you're talking about a possible bottom. Yeah, I think it's Ben. What's his name? Ben. He's some other crypto guy. He talks a lot about Bitcoin dominance coming down to here, and he usually would use altcoin to BTC chart. This is BTC to altcoin chart basically. And by his chart, he also thinks that Bitcoin dominance is still going to come down here before a possible move to the upside. It's exactly what I think as well. I think it's still going to come down here. But what I think he fails to say is that it really depends on Bitcoin's USDT price. If this particular move to the upside, which we think is going to happen, if this is going to happen in a Bitcoin pump, altcoins will not go lower. They may not pump as much. Altcoins that are stronger on their BTC pairs, things like Ethereum, will do well even in a Bitcoin pump. But generally, altcoins will not do well, or say do as well as BTC. But they will not be going lower. Which means that if you're sitting and waiting for this to top out, you may not catch that altcoin bottom. So my own idea is to accumulate as it's here. Yeah, accumulate as it's here, because you don't know. And I want to make this clear. Missing out on this plummet will take you another 3 years to get back on this. That's why I prefer to be in the red and know that I am holding for this potential drop, the potential drop on Bitcoin dominance. I prefer to buy an altcoin and be in its red than miss out completely, because if this thing is to top out in a Bitcoin pump, then you will not catch that altcoin bottom. What if the altcoin that you are holding gets a serious partnership, or BlackRock decides to invest in that altcoin? What if they decide to invest in that altcoin? Then it will pump badly in the Bitcoin pump, which means you will not catch its bottom. You will not catch it, because after this, Bitcoin now, the Bitcoin dominance will top out and it will be alt season, meaning that the altcoins that pump in this particular Bitcoin dominance pump will pump even more than they've done in the Bitcoin pump. So yeah, that's my own idea. Now, if this is to happen in a Bitcoin drop, then yes, altcoins will go down. They will go even lower than they've gone down already. Yeah, and you could potentially catch another bottom there. But my own idea is to accumulate into the rally, whether it's going to go up. And personally, I just wish that it crashes from here so that we all go to the moon, even tomorrow. Yeah, but the charts do indicate, it will most likely go to the upside. It's holding this 0.5 Fibonacci level, as you can clearly see from here. It's holding it. Yeah, it's holding this level. It's most likely going to come even as high as this one, and as high as 61 to 63%. So yeah, that's the idea. You can still use the same strategy of coming back to AB. Yes, it's coming back to here, and here most likely Bitcoin dominance will top out. The worst case scenario here is it goes up forever and altcoins go to zero. That is something which we cannot say is going to happen at all, but it is a possibility. After all, we are in crypto. Yeah. So yeah, folks, as a quick summary, what I think on this particular daily time frame here on Mr. BTC is that as we are here, it is a singularity. There is a good chance of it coming back down to somewhere around 58 to 57, higher $57 levels. At that point, I will make another video to update you on whether this thing is just going to completely plummet or that it's going to go to the upside. Will I be longing here? No. I'd be shorting here, but I'm not going to do either of them because the higher time frames are still bullish, even though the lower time frames are somewhat bearish. I'd actually be shorting here if I was to take a position, but the idea is that we come back for a retracement and fill the CME gap which we just showed before, and then we will update on whether it will be another move to the upside or it will be a complete plummet to this 2.618 down here at 45 to 44k ish. But my own idea is we hold this zone when we do come back down here and go back to the upside right here. I hope that's very clear for all of us. Yes, if you have any questions or any confusions along the way in the video, let me know and I will be sure to respond to your question. I think we are going to do something just similar to this right here. So it would somewhat look like this particular inverted head and shoulders type of formation that looks like so right here. So it would look like this one right here. Yes, so something that looks exactly like this one right here. So this is what I think is going to happen, just like this one. Yes, that's what I think is going to happen. And when we do go up here again, we will update. So our next update will be when we do come back down here, or if we do successfully go up, I will update. But for now, we watch to see what happens here. That's pretty much it for the video, folks. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be seeing you in the next video. But until then, stay safe.